Black people and chicken. I don't know what to say. Matt Music. What up, bro? I started a song with Matt Music and DDS a year ago. And those people, they are slow as fuck. Like, I'm like, just release the song. You see, this in this day and age, like, we're in the age where you have a song, it's great, you take it, you release it. Some people, they don't know when they have a good product, so they keep adding, changing, iterating, etc. And then they work with the worst of them, Ali Angel, who's the king of, let's do this, let's add this, let's change this, look. I remember one day I was in the studio with Ali, and he's mixing a kick. So the whole day I'm hearing boom, 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 and he's like, tweaking. I'm like, all right. So the next day I come back to his house and I still hear the kick, and I'm like, what you doing? I'm mixing the kick. I said, bro, you've been mixing the kick for a whole day. Nah, listen, I'm adding some reverb that goes here, and I'm like, what the hell is this guy doing? Then the next day he's finally doing the snares, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, bro, what's wrong with you? All this is gonna become an MP3. All this stuff that you're doing is gonna disappear. It's like, nah, listen, this is for guys like me. Like, we're gonna pass the song in 96 hertz. I don't know how many beats, whatever. And I'm like, bro, 99% of the people will hear an MP3 that is 128, and they will probably have stolen it from somewhere, pass it from MSN to MSN. So everything you're doing here is kind of useless. My guy doesn't care. My guy was like, shut up and come back in 5 days to have your mix. I mix an instrumental in 30 minutes. But that guy, yo, like, if you don't tell him, hey, stop, the song is good. And you know that this is the difference between, and Ali always said this to me, you know, this is the difference between artists and execs, like people who have the vision, who decide when it's time to release, time to stop, etc. If you let the artist take control, he will never know when it's time to finish. My chance is, as I've always been an artist and at the same time an exec. So I know when it's like, hey, it sounds good, it's okay. Yeah, but you know, we could, I don't care. Deadlines. And if in life, if you don't impose yourself deadlines, listen, you end up in this, if you don't impose yourself some deadlines, you end up never releasing, always procrastinating, always saying, we should change this, let's sing it in another language, let's do this, let's do that, and you don't release the song. And by the time you're ready to release the song, maybe the style, or maybe you don't even like the song anymore because you heard it for 2 years and you're like, So listen, release that fucking song. It's like, give me a date so I can reserve a date for you guys, and let's work on the releasing. That's important. That's just my opinion. Some advice for some friends. You know how we do. Oh yeah, we haven't seen her for a few days. She's probably, I have to send her a message to know if everything is fine, but you know, she's probably dealing with her own thing. You know, people come, people go. That's how it is. You know how it is. What's Goody Mustafa? Comment ça va? I will kill all the transients. Me too, I don't mix beat for a long time because I choose great sound. I have only beat balancing sound. Yeah, listen. A mix is just a good balancing in actuality. There you go. I'm gonna tell a story, and this show is gonna last forever. I'm here to talk about my NFTs. Anyway, one day I was doing my album, my fifth album, Legendary, and I had this song called Something Going On, and so I recorded the song early in the studio so I did a wave. I would say misapplying in English. A wave mix down, and from my house, right? And what I used to do in the studio, I would bring the wave mix down to the studio, and I would record all my vocals on that. And after that, when it's time to mix the album, I would bring all the elements, like track by track, of that instrumental, and then I would mix the instrumental again in the studio, because it's in the studio, the big SSL, etc. And then I would mix the vocals. And so I'm mixing the whole album, and when it's time to mix this song, I realize for some reason my program that I was using to program at that time was Digital Performer. The file of the instrumental is corrupted. I don't know how, but the file was impossible to open. It just kept telling me, yeah, this file is corrupted, cannot open this instrumental. So I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I cannot release the song, but it was really a song that I like. And I don't know what to do. So I just took the instrumental that I had, the wave file, the mix down that I did from home. And I was like, oh my God, like this is gonna sound like my bedroom. It's a nightmare. And I mixed the vocals on it, and I mixed this one like that. The rest of the album, I did the normal thing, bring everything and mix in the studio, etc., etc. And when it's time to mix my album, to master my album, I go to New York at people who love hip hop. They always go to mix either in Sterling Sound or in Masterdisc. So I remember going to Masterdisc, paying the whole thing to go to mix in New York, and mix with master with the one really that American famous person to mix the album. And when I arrived to there, in my head, the only thing I'm thinking about is, oh my God, this guy is gonna realize that one of the song is not mixed. He's gonna realize it, and he's gonna be like, what the hell is this? He's gonna open all these machines trying to save this mix, and it's gonna be horrible. And I was ashamed. So the whole time I don't say nothing. I'm just chilling, sitting, and the guy's there, playing a song, not too loud, turning on a machine, a compressor, a multiband, doing his thing. And when it's time for this song, I'm like, oh my God. So I'm just there sitting, not saying nothing. And the guy is not doing more, but he's just, touching things here and there. And I'm like, I don't say nothing because I'm just ashamed of bringing such a bad mix in New York. And at the end of the session, So he tells me, yeah, listen, it's a nice album. The mix is great. Who mixed it? I said, I mixed it myself. He's like, oh, okay, interesting. Okay, cool. Like, who did the beats? I said, oh, I did 99% of the beats myself. He's like, wow, okay, interesting. So I have a ritual that I do usually when I work with somebody. I tell them my opinion, which is my favorite song, which is the one they should release as a single, and I also tell them what is the best mix. But if you don't want, I don't have to tell you. It's just up to you. And me, I'm like, oh, I'd love to know because I'm still learning. And he tells me the best song that should come out as a single, and the song that is, in terms of mix, it is like 2-3 times better in terms of mix compared to the others, is that song called Something Going On. And I was like, excuse me? He's like, oh yeah, listen, everything is perfect. The balance, the thing, the elements, you don't like, yeah. And I came back from New York, and starting that day, I never tracked songs in the studio ever again. When somebody bought me a beat, I send them a mix down from my house, from here, from this computer that I mixed in these headphones. Everything I mix in these headphones, and if it sounds great in these headphones, I don't care what you have to tell me. Oh yeah, but you know the engineer, I don't care what the engineer has to say. Yeah, but you know I don't care.